Hey, this is Mark with Garden Trail Adventure and Hell Organics. So I always look like a homeless person. I can't help it. I should actually make a priority to go cut my hair, but I never do. To go through actually the good, the better, and the not so ugly. Things are actually making a lot of progress out here. Things are looking a lot better overall. Let me kind of zoom out here a little bit. So kind of just go over maybe 2 or 3 things today. Not gonna walk in the shed, but the shed is pretty well cleaned out, kind of ready to go, potentially to put plants in there for pictures in a little grow area, but we're not gonna walk in there. What we kind of have here is the garden trail. So the actually off-road side-by-side trail. So I do have fun on it a couple times a week where I can kind of fly from the front, fly to the back, and kind of set these 25-gallon blueberry plants here that have been growing organically now for probably about 2 years or so. So they could be a little bit bigger, but for the most part, they're doing pretty well. We've got all the weeds cleared out for the most part over here. And the plan is to put down new ground cover. So some of this ground cover I've had now, really, actually this roll of ground cover I've had about 5 or 6 years. So there's some of it down over there and I still have some left. But what I did was just buy a new roll of the 4-foot ground cover. So I kind of want to put strips, basically sort of like up in this area down. And then if I could put mulch, that'd be great in between them. But we'll see about that. Otherwise, maybe it will just be dirt, but at least the plants will be out of the dirt for when it rains real hard. It doesn't pop up and get all the pots dirty. So these have been fertilized again. All the weeds are pulled out. So I'm getting some new healthy growth in here. As you can see, we are in September. So usually September, October, they start to get a little funny looking. I've always sort of more or less abused my plants, you could say. This year I've done better in keeping them fertilized, but in the previous videos, or even you could see over there, there is a lot of weed development. Gosh, I can't even talk all of a sudden. A lot of weeds growing in them. So the weeds have been pulled out, gotten these refertilized. Some of them still need to be fertilized a little bit. So that would be our last fertilizing of the year. So over here, kind of got this patio more or less worked out. Narrowed it a little bit, but I will try to put a strip of the ground cover right beside it. Have a lot of the foliage that I've been growing. Some of the plants, the TLC plants over here, but these need a dose of fertilizer and figure out maybe a quick sale for those, or just trying to get rid of those. Try to prepare again maybe to try foliage. Indoor foliage, outdoor foliage. So brought some of the plants over here. I think the goal then is just to complete this patio out onto this side. And that way I can put the clear trailer, or potentially, if I do sell the clear trailer, we'll walk down there to be able to put the new trailer in here and be able to connect it easy into the RV. My goal was always to have it where I could have the RV and the trailer connected together at one time. But just because of the slope, I won't be able to get that whole distance that I want together. I could put it right here. That was kind of the idea. But really, what I want to have through here is a road that goes all the way down. So even if having the RV over here, it's really not going to provide the space that I want to be able to have it to go all the way down. So yes, let's just kind of take a little walk down here. So I think there's about 30 of the 25 gallons at one time. With a long video a long time ago, I did have like 100 blueberry plants in 25 gallons. So I'm not sure how many I'm actually going to do. I could probably do 400 or 500 if I wanted to, but right now that might not be the plan. So this area is so much better. It's only a little bit more work just to get all of this out. I probably need to figure out what I'm going to do actually with these 4x8 trays. I actually put 2 inside, but I'm working on trying to figure out what I'm going to do. So you can see here, this is all getting leveled off. So the plan is this is what I'm working on right now, is to get the shed actually cleaned out. and potentially just move that on the property somewhere else, or to try to get that sold, or to try to find a real cheap lot up by the I almost said the Hatfield McCoy trails. That'd be cool too, but up by Ocala, and maybe just put it up there. But I'd rather kind of just sell it and then get a little bit different style, maybe the same type of size, because this is 12 by 24, but a little bit different style. Doesn't need a roll-up door. Make it look kind of cool, like the front green shed, a little more homely looking. So kind of got this all filled in here. So this is good. Over the future, I would, as I've said, like to bring this up another 2 or 3 feet if I could. Kind of like even where we're walking at here, bring it up and have this all filled in, have the neighbor side filled in, but that may not happen. At least on my watch, that may not happen. So definitely like to get this filled in though, or at least have the slope come down in with some nice clean dirt. So back here, did a lot of work last week. You can see all these trees are pretty much cleared out. I'm hoping with an old friend of mine that he now runs a tree company. He still is a blueberry farmer, but I'm hoping that maybe he can bring me some mulch. If not, I need to find a way to get some mulch back here just to kind of have this finalized. Mulch around these trees. I like having this little low area in here. That way when the trail comes around, it can kind of have a little dip area, a little romp area. But I have tried to focus on getting nice clean soil in here, so I might have to bring the tractor in to kind of level this out. But I love to put some mulch around here. It's a nice clean area. Probably bring maybe some of the calicacia plants down here and just plant them, so to work on the actual trail. Some of the plants that I already have, we already have some of stuff that's kind of growing up here, and there are some natural blackberries in here, or there used to be. But so we're working on that area over there. My neighbor's putting a fence up, not exactly on the property line, and some of it is, but some of it's not. So I want to kind of just continue to help him fill in his area, clean up his area, and be able basically to keep this as clean as possible. Get this all worked out. So we've had a lot of rain. This is the high it's been. Good. This is the highest the water's been for at least a year. So my goal is maybe to pull some of that dirt back, but basically to get it to a good level, and then if I could find a way either to dig it out more or to at least clean it out. So let me go around this way, since the water level's making it up. I don't think we're going to get any more hurricane rain or whatever, but we could theoretically, and if it did, then it could almost fill all area in. I've never seen it filled in, but if it rained enough, we could get some more water in here. So I guess let's just keep walking back here, and we'll talk in another video here soon on the projects that are going into the new ATC trailer. So I have everything in there that I need to do what I want to do, but all this other stuff gets priority first. So one potential dream of mine would actually be to take the old greenhouse and actually put it back here and kind of have it where I could have a permanent plant underneath it with some of the tropical plants, and then have it, the garden trail kind of go through it, where you could kind of fly down through here. That way that area up there is completely cleaned out. And then I do have an actual grow area for stuff that's not going to necessarily hold up in our zone 9B. So what I'll probably do here sooner than later is just bring the dirt over just a little bit more to kind of fill in this area, and just bring over the trail over just a little bit more, and try to have more of the jump just a little bit over, and then start to fill in around these trees, bring the dirt slope back to where it was at, and fill in around these trees with mulch. So that way it's basically a straight line up the property as much as possible, coming down through here, and having a little jump areas and little romp areas. Where in the world did this glass come from? Where could that came from? What in the world? That's crazy. So yes, we're at the back of the property. Actually, this is kind of good over here. It's kind of dried out a little bit. So it's actually looking really good. I haven't even been back here for a week. The last time I was back here, a couple of days ago actually, it was pretty wet. So now that it's dried out, this can all get leveled out. I guess I kept dreaming that I'm gonna be able to like make this little section to go through all of the pond, but that ain't gonna happen. So what I wanna do is basically just get it cleaned out and then have everything kind of slope back in, trench back into here. That way have a high area basically in here, and then have it go low pretty quickly, and then take some of that 3-inch PVC and have some drain valves. That way if one area is higher than the other, I can kind of drain back and forth if I want to, but I can make it all the way around now. And I just need to continue to clean up here. I actually have the mower back here, which is crazy. The brush hog here is sitting down in here. So I need to get that out and see how good or bad condition that is. But yeah, back here, the last acre or two, acre and a half to probably 2 acres of the property does sit in the lower area. Granted, you saw up there how much water was up there. So we don't really have any water right now. It's a little muddy, but nothing major. So I can get back here with the tractor and get this all scraped off, get it all cleaned up, get it kind of at a at a grade that I want. I mean, it's pretty level, but my goal would be maybe, like I said, to kind of dig down in this area, bring the dirt up over there, and have it kind of be like a little river area or just like a sloped area, but an area that will actually pick up more water back there first. And then if it ever wanted to kind of flood, to begin to fill in more of the retention pond. So dig the retention pond out, clean it all up, kind of have that be like a standing lake, and then have this be more of the wetland, marshy area, more of a kind of like a farm area back here if I do want to put livestock, which it already exists like that. So I should just go get someone's goats and just let them kind of come in here and clear this all out. But we'll spend a couple of days back here with the tractor. So, well, if you've watched up to this point, I appreciate it. It's just a kind of like an everlasting same video, just an update upon update upon update. But if you do watch, or if you've watched some of these, I know they're not that exciting of videos, but the progress is kind of cool to see what's being done and the overall plans. At least in my mind, I feel like if I make progress and I have a plan, then things are coming along. So well, like I said, if you've watched this far, thanks a lot. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we will continue to update these videos every week or so. All right, thanks.